Morning guys, it's Paul from Bully's Painting Parlour, and I'm doing a special video in the hope of answering the huge amount of questions I've all of a sudden got on PMs on Facebook from everybody since Cromlech shared this piece of work I'd done in conjunction with them with their help. So for those of you who don't know, this project is called the Rotting Octopus. I didn't name the ship. The Cromlech crew is called the Rotting Octopus, and it's an incredible set of incredibly characterful goblin pirates. Now my crew is unique, so what I've done is the guys at Cromlech helped me so much. I got sent all the crew, and then I got sent any of the other goblin ranges that I wanted or needed. And what I've done is use some of the core crew models, and then I have custom sculpted a number of the crew. I have kit bashed and chopped up and then sculpted extra details on. So when you look around the ship, you'll see lots of crew which you won't be able to buy. But it does show you what you're capable of doing if you've got a little bit of green stuff skill and you know what you're doing. So here is the Rotting Octopus. So first off, what I will do is walk you around the boat, and obviously it's a goblin pirate ship in 28mm scale. So I'll walk you around the boat and show you all the little features and stuff, and then I will try and give you a breakdown of the different parts and the kits that they came from and how I went about doing them. I'm doing this all in my hand on my iPhone, so it's going to be jerky and shaky, and I apologise. And obviously this doesn't fit on my painting desk under the white lights, so this is just in a bedroom on an ironing board. Really high quality video. Right, so if we start at the rear galley of the ship, I'll turn it a little bit. So here basically what I did is I built the hull, and then I sculpted all the barnacles and all the cartoony stuff on, and then I sculpted the octopus rear galley window on. Because the kit I used for the hull didn't obviously have a rear galley window. It wasn't, of course, designed for this at all. Here you can see the ship's bosun, who I call Le Frog. And if I just move him around, the problem with doing a kit on this scale is you can't see all the freehands and stuff, but Le Frog has got a little fleur-de-lis on his back, and he's a pretty awesome character. We've got the skull and crossbones that all pirates would associate with. And then on the back we have a little homage to the guys at Cromlech for all the help that they gave me. So I've also put the Cromlech logo on the other side of the flag, and the lighting is terrible, sorry. So if we start here, now we've got Le Captain, and his little parrot, which obviously doesn't come with the captain, but I sculpted, and he is an awesome model. I totally love him. And then we've got one of the senior crew here. He's a bit of a strong man, and he's carrying a cannon by himself. All the cannons are, I don't know if you can see that through the cable, but all the cannons are branded with the East India Company logo. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it was quite fun. All of the coats and jackets have filigree on them, freehand filigree. Then I decided I wanted some crew in the rigging. So there's 4 more crew I've yet to add, but this is the first of the rigging crew. Some will be swinging out on chains, and they've all got creative names, but I won't bore you with that now. You got obviously the hull has a cannon embedded in it. That's a conversion to make sure I could get another gun in the hull. It's painted in cartoon style, guys. So if you fly along with me on this and you think, oh, it looks a little bit rough or a little bit caricature-y, that's exactly how it is intended to be for the competition. Here's the first gun crew. I really like this gun crew because you got the gunner on the right, who's got his English, and his coat is a Napoleonic English artillery commander's coat. And then you got some goofy, trigger-happy grot there with his burning torch ready to set the gun off. And then in the corner you've got a powder monkey with the steps leading up to the bosun. As we come a little bit further along, the hull gets a bit more exciting, where I've thrown a whole load of plates and damage and drilled out sections of the hull, and I built an anchor from scratch. It doesn't need an anchor, but it will look cool, just look good. And then I have sculpted the tiny little, rather than freehanding the Rotting Octopus, I'd sculpted a tiny little sort of nameplate logo type thing. Up here onto the foredeck, you've got another gun crew. This is one of my favourite models. This guy at the back here is called the Mandarin, and he's an entire custom sculpt apart from the front section of the face. So the front section of the face is off a gobbo from their Soviet range, and then everything else is green stuff. And obviously the guns are, very cute and very fun. They all come from Cromlech. And then we've got his gun commander. Here is the living figurehead that is the Rotting Octopus. So this is a sculpt on the top of a frame of something else. So all the tentacles and everything are sculpted, and it's all blended and rolled in. If we turn the ship around, you've got a bow chaser cannon at the front, and then you've got some filigree details and more little barnacles and stuff. My favourite of all the barnacles is this starfish. Fanar. Okay, the front look on I really like, because I freehanded the Rotting Octopus logo on top of the large sail, and I just like the way it looks. It looks really good. And if we scroll right up to the top of the mast, you've got the first of the rigging upper crew in terms of the marksman in the top, but we'll come back to him in a little while. And then I scroll around again, and at the front we've got the command team here. This guy here is called Norf, as in Norf, and he is the ship's sailing master. Norf has a compass freehanded on his head as a tattoo, and then the back of the Mandarin, I rather ambitiously freehanded a koi carp on his silk robes. He's a bit of a ponce. Then we have R, as in Arrrgh, and he is a savage orc grot, and he is from their ammo loader kit, which I then chopped up and converted from the sci-fi grots. And he is one of the powder monkeys on the ship. Just think Weequay from Moby Dick. Okay, and then I'm going to just move this a little bit along, see if I can get in here. You can see the back of all of the pirates from the front section there, and then we've got a crew member on this gun, and then the back here you can see one of my favourite custom sculpts, which is the ship's doctor, which is the plague doctor. You can't, it's very difficult to get in now, but he's got a little custom sculpted rat by his foot. And we have another gunner and another powder monkey with boom written on his powder keg. Let's just zoom in a little bit here and get some focus. We're coming up to the other side of the rear hull now, and this is another complete custom sculpt. This is the helmsman, and he's called Mr. Way, and you probably can't see him at all through all the rigging and in this terrible light, but Mr. Way is actually gripping onto a custom ship's hull, ship's wheel, and it's all connected to the cables and the belay pins and everything else as an actual ship would be. That was an absolute bastard to do. We've got the rear of the guys on one of the guys on the rigging here. We come up to the top, we've got another one of the rigging crew on a rear crow's nest, who is carrying a mighty blunderbuss. And then back round here again to Le Frog. On the rear sail, I'll try and get it this side. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but on the rear sail is also the Rotting Octopus logo freehanded on. And it's a really colourful, vibrant, fun ship. So if I follow from the gunner on the deck here up the rigging, we go to the crow's nest. With one of the marksmen, really like him, he's a lot of fun. And we come down again to the psychotic guy who's got the big hand cannon. That's a converted weapon, obviously. The camera is utterly not picking up any of the shading, but I'm sure you get the idea, and you all probably have the same problem when you're using a camera. So at the minute on the Octopus there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 crew. By the time I've finished with the boarders, my favourite being Errol, which hopefully I'll show you in another video, who's one of the guys swinging out on chains, modelled on Errol Flynn, it'll be done. And this has been a project over the course of about 2 years off and on when the whim hit me. I did it originally for the Heavier Metal Ed Banger competition, and it went to Euro as well, and it got a commended at Euro, but that's because I kind of rushed it for the Heavier Metal comp. It got a bronze in Heavier Metal, and I've now since spent a great deal more time adding a lot more detail to the hull, and I will continue to do all the bits that I cut corners on, add all the scraping and scratching and stuff over the next year, whilst adding the rest of the crew. Okay, so I will try and rest this on my rather large belly and get some just a good overall picture to go with it while we talk about it. Okay, so in order to answer the questions, I will go overall and then any specific details. So the first and primary question I get off everybody is, what is the hull? And the answer is it's a series of model kits from kind of Napoleonic model ships and from Bandai. But those of you into anime will notice that the primary hull, the actual shape of the hull, is a Bandai one-piece model kit. And the ship is called Going Merry. Don't buy the kit expecting it to look like this, but what you will get is the basic hull shape, and you will get the mast and the primary sail. Everything else is from a different piece, and I've had to cut large sections away from the basic hull set and sculpt new internal stairs and all sorts of stuff. But you will get a rather cool pirate ship hull from the Bandai One Piece Going Merry kit. The rear crow's nest I shamelessly stole off one of my son's toy pirate ships. Got no idea where it came from. It was a cheap, crappy kit. We got him from a theme park one time, and it accidentally fell off when he wasn't looking. The entrance to the rear hull is from a Napoleonic's HMS Victory kit, and the plates and stuff are all from a Napoleonic kit, as are all of the belaying pins and these little rope fasteners and any other really nautical looking parts like the pulleys and stuff like that, all come from a series of Napoleonic kits which I bought on eBay, and I got basically a junk bag of seconds and spares, which is really good. The guns are all from the amazing guys at Cromlech. I had one gun come with the crew, and speaking to the guys at Cromlech, I then got a bag of guns from them, which was incredibly supportive because it really ties in the ship and the theme. So Lefrog is a standard kit. He's my favourite of all of the standard kit goblins. I absolutely love him. You've got this dude here, also a standard kit. The captain, also a standard kit, with the exception of the parrot, which is a custom sculpt and just stuck on top of the captain's cane. Down here you've got ship's gunner, standard kit. You've got powder monkey, standard kit. Ship's gunner, standard kit. Pirate, standard kit. I can't get into him, I wish I could. Ship's doctor, complete green stuff sculpt, wearing a plague doctor's mask and hat and everything else. Mandarin, complete sculpt by the face, standard kit. Obviously there's the back of the Mandarin sculpt. This is a heavily converted kit. This model carries their kind of ammo boxes and rockets for the Space Orcs, and I just chopped it up, moved bits around and turned it into a fantasy era model. Look, this is the ship's standard bearer, which I've obviously converted just to carry a blade instead. Standard kit on this gunner, and then you've got the sailing master, who's a complete custom green. The face, I think actually the bottom jaw is one of the Cromlech kits. The upper part is mine. No, I stand corrected. The face is actually the face off this dude, which is one of the standard crew, and then I've obviously sculpted the rest of the body and the head. I've forgotten that. So there's one of the standard crew up here in the rigging, and you've got another standard crew member up in the rigging here. The crew itself is truly amazing. So the Rotting Octopus's green stuff worked over the top of the head and shape of the Going Merry, the figurehead of the Going Merry. The pennant is from a High Elf, I think, and I've just sculpted the flag around the back so it actually fits. A lot of the rigging is custom string work, as you would imagine, but these climbing nets actually come from the Going Merry. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that answers some of the questions. I know it won't have answered all of them, but it was cool to do the video, and I appreciate your time. Cheers, bye.